This is where I ASMR all the time, guys. Welcome back!
Ouch, everybody's ears have been destroyed. Welcome back to Young and Opinionated, the podcast where we start off by giving pleasure to your ears.
No.
Through ASMR.
Not at all.
Here's my ASMR. Look, here it is. Hi. I love you.
Unless that's very creepy, I'm not gonna.
We're recording this really late. We literally don't record this Sundays. I don't even know why I advertise it that I post on Sundays every new podcast. It's Tuesday and no video yet. We're still looking for the microphone cable. It's coming. It's coming. It's on the way. It's on the way. A lot happened.
Has it?
You missed almost a whole week of school.
No, I did miss like 5 days of school, so a week of school.
Yeah, Carl missed a week of school because of illness.
I have not been feeling well. I still don't, so every now and then I'm still going to be clearing my throat, even in this podcast.
Oh my god.
I'm a bit ill, but I'm much better than what I was, which was a wreck.
How does it feel to finally miss like a long amount of days?
It's funny because I had a perfect type of attendance. I had not missed a single day of my own choosing. I just, I got quarantined for 2 days, and I was bailed out of school early a few times, but other than that, I had not missed a full day of school ever. And then now I missed 5 days in a row. Not great.
That's a lot. I don't think I ever missed that many. I don't think anyone has.
Oh, no, yes, of course. Middle school, I think I had I had this one friend did not show up to school. Literally, they missed half of the year. Just of not showing up. It was very rare to see them. We would be like, hey, you're here, finally. And they'd be like, hey, and we'd be like, hey, and then the next day they're gone again. Never to be seen. Yeah,
I had a friend like that as well. He works at Subway right now. Shout out to you, Winston. I love you. The
guy that you kept saying, put more mayonnaise on it.
Yeah.
Put a little more puppy.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite guys. He's so funny. So this dude showed up for the first quarter, and then he's gone for the second and then third quarter, and then he shows up like at the very end of third quarter. He's just sitting there, and we're like, hey, what's up? What happened? He's like, I went to Africa for my family. I took back everything for my family. It's so funny because he's like, it's super funny because he's like, I took so long to swim across the Atlantic to come back to United. Really
I'm sorry because I had to canoe my way back through the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, it's super fun, but I don't think I've ever missed that many days. Well, I can recall I missed like 3 days of school, and then my friends thought I was dead.
I've missed weeks.
Yeah, Carl had this horrible thing as a child. She'd have really bad attendance in elementary school. It was like so bad to the point where they're like, we're not sure if you can graduate. Mom would get letters and saying that you also have to take like summer classes or something, like
never took
weekend class, like Saturday school.
Still didn't take them
because your attendance was so poor for some reason.
Aren't you the one that got your license?
Oh God!
Your license, what was it? Prohibited?
Oh, I got my license. I don't know, taken away, something. Like the privilege to drive was taken away because I didn't go to class. So yeah.
You see, I was looking ahead. That's why I've had perfect attendance. I was like, you know what? I don't want that for my license.
I didn't care. I still drove. I don't care. Who cares anyway? You know the vibes. Gang. I was interrupted by my mom complaining that I have to take Carl to eat because it's almost going to be 11. But who cares?
It's a school night.
How's school? Did you cough at all?
Publicly, no.
Because Carl has these horrifying like outburst of just pure coughing. It's just disgusting. I mean, it's just bad. It's very annoying. It's the most annoying thing ever. She's like, one time one person had like a sneeze attack. They're like,
That's me.
and we're like, man, that could be a beat. That could be a fire beat. Do that again.
Let me record you, man.
Let's record that. That could be a beat. Or whenever someone would like scream, sneeze, we'd be like, what are you doing? One time in my Spanish class, yes, I had Spanish. I'm a Spanish speaker. I don't know why.
Rigged.
One time in my Spanish class, I had a present something.
Yeah.
And then I was next, and then right then I got a cough attack. And then I couldn't even talk. I was like I was trying to like raise my hand to get to ask for water, but when the teacher saw me, like I couldn't even talk. And then the girl next to me, who I really liked, she was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then she's like, "I think he needs water." And then I'm like, "Yeah." I was shaking my head, yeah, while coughing, yeah. And then the teacher was like, "Okay, vete, Oscar." What? So yeah, I went to get water. Nah, that was embarrassing. I was really scared. I was sweating so much.
Oh my god. Okay, this is very offside, and I didn't tell you this. So this is a story for you as well.
All right.
Today in second period, my friend that sits next to me, cool guy.
He died.
No. The funny thing is that my guy, he accidentally overslept, but he still tried to go to school. And so
oh my god,
the girls in front of me, they were like, they could see the little Snapchat thing where it says location stuff.
Yeah.
And you could just see that he was on the scat bus trying to make his way to school.
No way.
My guy was riding the scat bus to school.
I don't think the scat bus passes near the school.
He had to.
Yeah, which means you have to walk even more.
This poor
Just
guy.
Uber at that point.
She was like, "Oh, he's almost here at school."
One time, one of my friends overslept there from pulling an all-nighter the previous night, and he arrived at 12 something.
My god.
Just to get lunch to eat. And I'm like, bruh, are you kidding me? And he's like, yeah, man, I need breakfast. So yeah, it's really funny. And then he just left school.
Bruh, he literally just went for lunch.
Yeah, because back then it was easy to leave school. Not now. Booker is really strict. There's 3 exits to get out that I know of. There's 3 exits that aren't there's no camera. The angle isn't good there.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they?
I can't say, or else I'll get destroyed.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later. Before there was only 1 police officer. Now there's 6 or 7, I think.
It's the saddest thing ever, though. It's the police officers don't even do anything.
They're just there.
They're just there, sometimes in the hallways and sometimes in the cafe area. They're not even, at the exits where there should be.
And you know how people always say school is like prison?
Yeah.
And now it even feels more. It must feel like prison now.
There's wardens guarding us.
There's police officers everywhere.
It's today at lunch. Since we have our little badges on the point systems is they give you little points and then you can go to the store and then you can buy things and yada yada yada.
Yes.
This guy just approached me and he was like, "Hey, let me see your badge or your ID." And I was like, okay. And I gave it to him and he was like, "Thank you for your services." And I'm like, oh thank you. Okay then.
Yeah.
You do you, man.
The previous week has been an interesting week. In particular, one interesting day, December 8th, has a lot of history. 80 years ago, Congress declared a war on the Japanese, and World War II came to the beginning of the end. 41 years ago. It's been 41 years. The world lost John Lennon in New York City.
Oh, God.
It's just crazy. It's been 41 years.
41.
My dad's like 44, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere close to there.
And he's always like he likes to complain about getting old and his time is coming. And I'm like, bro, you outlived John Lennon.
Rest in peace, Lennon.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Japanese Empire. Rest in peace, Lennon. 2 years ago, on December 8 as well, the world lost Juice WRLD, which is really sad.
Oh no! It's the good people that get taken. We also got to present today. Real quick story in science.
Bruh, you just went from a gloomy, sad scene to.
Because this reminded me of it, and it's really bad. It reminded me of it. It was okay. So like they were doing little slide thingies, and we got to customize them. And one of the teams just memed out the whole PowerPoint. Of course, the first slide was Rickroll. Rickrolled.
A meme that'll never die.
Immediately. And then the last slide. It was Shrek, but his face was cropped out and replaced with Barry B. Benson.
Drugs are bad, but not all of them.
What?
Yeah, some drugs are really good. Marijuana should be legal.
Oh.
Everywhere. LSD created like one of the best albums ever, Sgt. Pepper's. Isn't medicine drugs, or am I wrong?
Well, some contain some doses of drugs. That's why taking too many medication could, overdose.
This led me to think about like all the medication I used to take as a kid. And the main medication that was always consistent throughout my whole life as a kid was sleeping pills. I needed sleeping pills to sleep because, I don't know, I had really bad trouble sleeping as a kid. And I wasn't up editing or anything, I just couldn't fall asleep.
You were too energetic as a kid. Bounced on the walls.
Was I?
Yeah.
I thought I was a lazy kid.
No, you were energetic in the sense that, like, you could not stay in one place.
Oh, God.
I say that you had ADHD, but
oh, great.
It was never diagnosed, so we'll leave it like that.
These pills I would take every day, constantly, and it'd be sometimes like 1 or 2, depending on how I felt. It was bad, looking back at it, because now I'm off them. I've been off them for like 3-4 years. I looked up on Reddit, and they was like, you can get addicted to these, and it's dangerous to take them for a long time. Sleeping pills aren't meant to be like a long time thing. And then they say they can cause depression, anxiety, they can do all this stuff, and I'm like, oh man, this is where it all came from.
I mean, in a way, it kind of logically seems to correlate.
Yes.
In a way, but at the same time, not really.
What?
Because it's like pinning something on the very stasis of something else.
But it's like proven. I even searched on Google, and it said that sleeping pills, like over a long time of taking them, can cause like depression and all this stuff.
I can see it as like it's a stereotyping of it, I guess, in a way.
Oh, wow.
Because it's like when you sleep a lot, you're normally generalized that, like, depressed. And to be sleeping a lot can also cause a lot of anxiety because you're not going to be socializing a lot.
Okay.
So, again, it's very logical, but at the same time, it's like a lot of stereotyping.
Like, I have no idea what's in the sleeping pills, but I just took them. And then ever since I stopped, now I'm feeling the effects. See? It all makes sense. I didn't want to die before.
Well,
I wanted to live.
I think you also just grew up.
Oh, great. This again. You grew up. BS.
No, like, as in, like, you just genuinely you started to, live more, and you realized life is a tumble down of dog poopy.
So, yeah, I blame pills for my everything that I am. I want to try like 5-hour energy or something.
I was here for 5 days of the week and was able to see what you do. It's not healthy. Go outside. Look at nature.
Go outside. Go play in the sun.
Go.
Look who's talking.
I actually go to school.
Yeah, you're in the classroom.
At least I socialize.
Oh, wow.
Or I get to socialize with
Screw
other
you.
humans.
Screw you. I want painkillers because I have my tooth thing is still hurts now and then.
The dentist.
Oh, the dentist is expensive.
I swear to God.
Speaking about money.
Can I leave?
No. Speaking about money.
I want food.
My dad needs money.
Please, child
And
services.
in order to get money, he needs a business. But in order to have a business, he needed business cards. So Carl made a business card for my dad. It was really sweet of you. Thank you.
I was sick. I'd just like to say this was child labor.
Oh my God. He offered the pay for it.
No, he hated it.
Oh my God.
I could see it in his eyes. I could see it in the embers of his soul.
He said he couldn't fly. What do you mean? He didn't like it. He just couldn't fly.
I'm hungry. Can we just talk about that? This guy is starving me.
No. I'm just making you be here when you don't want to be here.
It's not that I don't want to be here, it's that I'm starving and want food.
Yeah, but you didn't want to make this podcast quicker.
Because I wanted food.
While you're over here hungry for food, other people are crying their souls out and just shedding tears forever. Mexican grandmas all around the world are weeping.
Mexico in general.
Because the great Vicente Fernandez has left us.
He's the last of his kind.
The last of his kind.
It's
the
like
king of ranchera music.
Yeah, and also mariachi.
Mariachi and everything. The king of music.
It's like when rock and roll died. The last band, do you remember it?
Nirvana?
Okay, I wanted to fact check that. I wanted to say Nirvana, but I didn't want to look stupid.
Rock and roll?
Yeah.
Well, grunge isn't like rock and roll, but grunge came out of like some form of rock and roll.
The last scraps of rock. Do you remember what they were?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when they died off.
I thought this was like when Elvis died.
Or Elvis.
The whole country just wept. And the world wept because they lost the king.
Not only that, but they lost the genre of music.
Yeah, the classical rock and roll died with Elvis.
Because, like, no one can recopy such masterpieces.
Yeah. I don't like Spanish music at all, but I really did like his songs.
Fire.
And they were really good. And they were so good for any drunk person who's just singing their hearts out. AKA my dad. He would wake up in the streets listening to Vicente Fernandez song. I don't know how, but somehow conveniently, homeless people didn't have a home, but they had a radio to listen to his songs.
That's Mexico for you. They won't have a home, but they'll have a radio with them.
Yeah, they'll have everything but a home and food and anything.
They'll have their dog, they'll have their guitar, they'll have their radio.
Yes.
The money to afford beer, but not a house.
Yeah, anything but a house or a place to live in. Alright, I'd like to take these last 8 minutes, I guess, to use as therapy.
Oh.
I will use this as
Can't we
therapy.
talk about memes instead?
No.
Barry B. Benson.
I love Barry, but no. I need this. Or else I won't need anything.
Oh God.
I get super uncomfortable talking about feelings and stuff. But I don't know, guys. You guys have to tell me. Like, yeah, you, Carl. Do I have oh gosh. Do I have anger issues?
You most definitely have anger issues.
Oh man, it's really sad. You'll never see it in the vlog because it just doesn't make the cut and it isn't that fun to see. But
Because you're the one editing it.
I get furious sometimes. And I don't know why, which is the worst part. I think it's convulsion. I don't know what it is. It's a weird thing. Compulsive anger, compulsive disorder or something. Oh.
Anger issues.
Yeah, I'm like I'm a ticking time bomb, ready to blow up.
Again, you need your yang.
And I don't know why I get so angry. And I get angry over like the smallest things ever.
One time, we got something different to eat than what you wanted. and you threw a tantrum.
Oh my god. Yeah, I hate when people mess with what I eat. Like, I've already planned something, and I hate when other people, like, step in and do something else. And I feel like I'm scaring people when I get angry, because I scare myself. Like, where did this all come from?
Heritage.
Obviously the pills.
No. This is the first time you talk about feelings in, like, years.
Yes.
And it's for a podcast.
Yes.
This is
I feel like I have to talk somewhere. Like, I've done crazy things while angry. Like, I've smashed my head on the steering wheel once, and I got a bruise on my head.
You threw a chair, and there's a hole in the wall.
As a and this isn't even, like, recent. Like, I think I've had this my entire life.
Yeah.
Which is the worst part.
Very much so.
I threw a chair at the wall when I was a kid, and there's a piece of tape still there to remind me about it.
There's a hole there, but it's not by choice.
Yeah, it's just there to remind me about it. The worst thing ever. I realize I get angry. I get angrier when I realize I'm angry. I get angry that I got angry, which is like a different thing altogether. Like, I realize I realized I went too far and I got angry, and then I just get angry at myself. What do I do, Doc?
Letting out a lot of emotions. Don't bottle things up.
No, but I let them out all the time. I get mad like 3 times a week, I think. Like, I have like 3 outbursts like every week.
Well, at some point, it is a good thing.
What?
It's a bad thing, but it's like it's the good in the bad. Again, you haven't been the type of person who talks about emotions or shows them very often for like years. And then quarantine came, and it just kind of broke that tough guy act you kind of tried always keeping up.
Yes.
And it's only now recently that you're starting to show emotions, and
So you're saying I'd be dead by now?
What do you mean you'd be dead?
I'd be like crazy. I'd go crazy for not sharing emotions, or what?
Or not crazy, but you definitely have a lot more negative outbursts than positive. It's another the good and the bad is the fact that you actually understand when you're angry, or you can differentiate it.
Yeah.
The only thing would be, like, don't get more angry at yourself because of it, because at some point it's not even your fault anymore.
Well, it always is my fault.
It's more like your temper and your conscience.
No, it's always my fault.
How?
Because, like, sometimes I get mad when we're late to things, but it's my fault because I overslept. It's my fault because I didn't shower quick enough. It's my fault because I even showered in the first place.
Well, sometimes it's just more like it's alright and you should let it go.
I'm starting to twitch. This is not good.
Where it's like, oh, it's okay we were a few minutes late. It's fine. Life is a big wondrous of randoms and craziness. A plan will never go as planned, because life will always throw in that random ball of misfortune or fortune.
And I'm always scared, how angry can I get? The head on the steering wheel, that's literally self-harm. At that point, I self-harm myself that way. Because the last thing I want to do is, like, take out my anger on somebody else. Like, yeah, that'd just be the worst thing. So I'll just rather take it out on myself.
Oh, no.
Whenever Mom is in the car and, like, complains about me driving, just gets me so mad all the time. I'm literally just thinking, next time I'm all by myself, it's the last time I'm driving, because I'm going to drive off the tallest bridge ever, and that's it.
That's why I always am there when you drive.
Yeah.
If you're going down, I'm at least going down with you.
So sad. I can't be happy anymore.
Well, you can be happy. You've literally proven that you have happiness. It's just that sometimes your anger infestors in you. And it's just learning how to cope with it, and not only cope with it, but then dish it out in a healthy way. rather
the heck healthy way.
Because I'm gonna put this in the most polite way possible. You're a violent person.
Oh, great. That doesn't help at all.
No, violent as in like, even you took up boxing.
Yeah.
And it's even that like mindset with the anger that I think didn't help you. Because boxing, sure, it can always be like a good way to let out feelings, punch, but at the same time it's unhealthy because you start learning punching is a good way to get this out, but it's not. It's very unhealthy.
I don't know, one time Mom got me so mad. I was like literally in the middle of the day, just chilling. I like put on my shorts, got my shoes, grabbed my underglove things. I forgot my wraps. I got my wraps, my gloves, and then just hit the bag with all my force. I didn't even warm up or anything. I just hit it out of full spite, just anger, pure anger. I felt like I almost broke the stick, the wooden thing I was holding on to. I was just so mad at Mom.
That's unhealthy.
Oh man.
That's kind of telling your brain, if I punch,
Well, I felt better at the end, man.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's the bad and the good. The good thing is that you felt better, but the bad thing is that you're subconsciously making your brain have a negative way of outputting outbursts. A healthier way of outputting outbursts is just literally talking, or just taking a breather, like stopping what you're doing before you scream or before you do anything. You just take a second to internally scream in your head.
How the heck? I go from 0 to 100. I don't go from 0 to 20 to 50 to 80. I go to 100 straight up.
Yeah, and that's what you need to practice, just being able to control. Because it's not something you're going to be able to grasp overnight. You're not going to be able to beat with anger issues and then somehow you're just poof, magically gone.
Well, I just live with this forever. This sucks.
Not forever.
Yeah, when I'm dead.
Well, not when you're dead either. There always is, hope.
Hope is dead. Alright, guys. On that sad note, we're ending the podcast here. Here's my words of wisdom for everybody. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their cloth. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. There you go.
Who said that?
Mike Tyson.
My God.
This has been another episode of
Young and Opinionated.
I'm gonna go die now.
I'm gonna go help you not die now.